TTArtisan sent me this. This is the 25mm f2. This is an APS-C lens. They wanted me to review it, and that's what I'm gonna do. So a few little disclaimers. They didn't pay me to review this, and all of my opinions are my own. So let's do this. The obligatory thing to do when reviewing a product is the unboxing. So first of all, it's inside this like really, honestly, very good quality box, but we don't care about the box really. It's what's inside that matters. So as you see here, that's how the lens looks like. And then we just open it, and there you go. So let me just put this down. All right, let's pull this out. And here's the lens. There's nothing else in the box. And now, voila. This is a really small lens. Like, look at this. What I have here is an E-mount. They have all sorts of different mounts for Nikon, for Canon, for Sony, which is this one, and for Micro Four Thirds, and for Fuji. I'm gonna use this one for my Sony because I already have a 25mm on my Olympus EM1, which is a Micro Four Thirds. If you're interested about that camera, you can watch the video right here. Anyway, upon first impression, this thing is dense. Like, it is built like a tank. You can hurt someone with this. So from what I'm seeing, we have the aperture ring right here, and it's not a big like rotation, but it goes from f2 to f16. The focus right here, and we have like a depth of field kind of thing here for a hyperfocal. And that's pretty much it. If I remove the back lens cap, this is how small the lens is. Look how tiny that is. This is okay, so this is a pancake lens for those who don't know. Pancake meaning that it's like very small, very flat, and lays flush, almost flush to the camera. And I love that. I want to have a lens that doesn't protrude too much, and since I do a lot of street photography, this is ideal. So let's put this back on. And something that is very interesting is the lens cap. Do you see that? The lens cap is like, it's not a sort of clip-on. It looks like a twist, which is pretty nifty. So this is the lens cap. It is made out of metal. So again, points on quality. And there you go. That's the front element. And currently I'm on f16, so this is f2. As I mentioned, this lens is an APS-C lens. So that means 25mm is not actually 25mm. It is a equivalent of about 40mm. It's a pretty good focal length in my opinion. It's not too tight, it's not too wide. It's just in like a nice sweet spot. I know what you're saying. Steve, this is a manual focus lens. Why would you be using it on a digital camera? In my opinion, a lens is a lens. At the end of the day, it's a tool. It's gonna get the effect that I'm looking for. Autofocus is a good like luxury to have, but keep in mind, back in the days, there was no such thing as autofocus, meaning everyone was focusing manually. I have my TTArtisan 25mm f2 here, and as you can see, it is very, very tiny. It looks really small on my Sony a6700. And right now we're in downtown Ottawa, and I'm gonna take you guys with me to just shoot with this, and hopefully we get some good shots. All right, let's do it. So far, it's actually quite nice having it on the camera. I find that it's really light. My wrist is not very tired at all. It's a very light lens actually on this camera, especially when I have like the nice big grip of the a6700. So yeah, so far so good. Also shout out to my friend Winsky who's recording right now. I'm gonna take a picture of him so y'all can see his beautiful face. There you go. While we're at it, let's try out the blurry background, the bokeh. So I'm gonna put it at f2 right here. Hopefully it's in focus. And I'm gonna take a shot of the cameraman here and see how the blurry background is. So let's see right there. I'm gonna focus. There we go. And then I'm gonna go close. So this is kind of how it would look like if it was for doing like a portrait. And look, it looks pretty nifty. Don't you agree? Look at this. Wait, I'm just gonna, like, look at this. It's gorgeous. It's magnificent. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Where are we?
Where are we? That has been the TTArtisan 25mm f2, and I hope the pictures come out really nice. You guys are going to see it obviously in the video, but let's go back home.
And on that note, I have my very first affiliate link. If you're ever looking to buy this lens and support my channel, click the affiliate link in the description below. So glad I said that.
Right now we are recording on the A6700 with TTArtisan 25mm f2, and this setup, it's not the most ideal setup. 25mm is equivalent to 40mm, so it's not really that wide. It's not ideal for vlogging type, but I just wanted to show you guys. So my arm is stretched out quite far right now, and it's actually getting pretty heavy, but yeah, I hope I'm in focus. Honestly, this is one of the issues with manual focus lenses, is that for video, especially just solo video, I don't have autofocus, so it's gonna be hard to stay in focus. I have to stay in like a specific distance. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to reduce the aperture so more things are in focus. So right now I'm at f2, as you can see with all the blurry background. So I'm gonna go to like f2.8. There you go. So hopefully more things are in focus now. And yeah, what do you guys think? My arm is getting really tired, so I'm gonna put it down now. So these are my final thoughts on the TTArtisan 25mm f2. And what I found after using, it's a very, very fun lens to use. First and foremost. Secondly, it's not the easiest lens to use just because it is a manual focus lens. I find that with manual focus lenses, you have to be more intentional and more careful with your shots, especially with your focus, because at f2, I have missed focus a few times. And especially even sometimes on like my street photography, as you see here, not all of the shots are tack sharp. Which, like, when you're capturing the moment, it's somewhat fine. I prefer getting the image sharp and everything looking good. Even if I put it at like f8 and focus from 1 meter to infinity, yeah, I missed some few shots. In terms of advantages, in terms of things that I really liked about this lens, is one, the size, the build quality, and the price. The size. One thing is that it's a pancake lens. Pancake lenses are so nice. I love them. because they are super compact and it makes you want to grab your camera and just shoot. It makes your kit, my A6700, really tiny, and it makes it a very versatile lens to carry. Secondly, the build quality ensures confidence that this thing is not gonna break. Thirdly, the price. Oh, the price. This thing is under $100. I think it's like 70 some dollars. For that amount of money, you get a lens. Like, that's amazing. That costs less than the kit lens that you get with the camera. And I guess another little bonus is actually the focal length. 25mm on a crop sensor is actually closer to 40mm. That means it's not too wide and it's not too short. It's actually a pretty good distance for portraiture and also just everyday. It's kind of like the Ricoh GRX, which has an equivalent of a 40mm, and you can get a very shallow depth of field and you get nice compression and all that. In my opinion, I highly recommend that if you're just looking to get a very small compact lens that is not too like serious but can be used for very nice and artistic uses, I highly recommend getting the TTArtisan 25mm f2.